All right, so let's do it. This is this day in baseball history for January 3rd. Yes, baseball history occurred in January on the 3rd, if you can believe it. January 3rd, 1920, the public becomes aware of a secret deal made on December 26, 1919, to sell Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees for $125,000, equaling twice the amount ever paid previously for a player. Harry Frazee, the Boston Red Sox cash-strapped owner, also secures a $300,000 loan from the Yankees as part of a deal. Who knew that you could do that? Obviously, 1920. Now, when was the stock market crash?
That wasn't until 27.
So 27. So this is all in he was having financial trouble even before this. Yeah. So it wasn't even around that. And the depression, was soon after this as well, right?
I mean, Michael, I could just guess that Frazee Pate was having a hard time because that's who he is, right?
I have
no idea. I'm just throwing that out there.
It might be for all I know, but Frazee Pate still is still around today, so maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That hashtag to the research, right?
Yeah.
So that was 1920. That was $125,000 in 1920, correct?
Yeah.
So it's going to sound huge to us, but put in context today's money in baseball, that's $1.8 million in today's money.
Wow.
Yeah. And what was this gentleman's name? Frazee?
Yes. Yeah. Harry Frazee. Yes. Harry Frazee.
Okay. So Nicholas Frazee was the Commodore of the San Diego Yacht Club, and his family is so I don't think this guy has anything to do with it.
Okay. I just was making a joke, but
womp womp.
I was like, you're gonna be the only person who knows what Frazee Pate is, probably,
But that's how
Sherwin-Williams still carries it today.
There you go. Cover the world. January 3rd, 1943, in a surprising move, Uncle Sam decides to draft 37-year-old Yankee right-hander Red Ruffing into the Army, where he will be assigned to a non-combative duty, tossing baseballs and leading the soldiers' physical fitness training. What? The future Hall of Famer lost 4 toes on his left foot in a mining accident in Colton, Illinois, as a 15-year-old. I don't know what that has to do with the story, but it is actually in my notes.
Wow.
Yes.
Lost 4 toes and he's
4
Hall
toes.
of Famer.
Yes.
See, Kevin, there's still hope for you, bro.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
What wasn't it a thing if you had fallen arches, you could get out of military service? Well, this guy lost 4 toes. It didn't help him at all.
Still got drafted, brother. You're all right. You're good enough to throw a ball. You're fine.
Yeah.
You still got 6 good ones.
Yeah. And I think they relaxed the rules a little bit in the mid 40s. So
yeah. Oh my gosh. My goodness.
Which is funny because we've talked about briefly, I'm sure at certain points over the years of doing this show, but it's just like, man, you look at the quality of baseball during World War II. It's just,
right.
It's almost like, like replacement players, pretty much. Everyone's serving. A lot of great players, Hall of Famers are serving, doing their duty for their country. Yes,
Kevin,
sir.
how did you escape the draft for World War II?
I'm not talking about that.
Kayfabe.
I think the statute of limitations is well past.
Fallen arches.
Fallen arches.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe the story has to do with the moonshine and polio.
Angelo, you didn't get the Iggy.
Not in that order.
Sorry. My bad. We're live, pal.
All right. This one, I believe, will one day be a hazy history because it's a very good one. Frank Trader Lane becomes the Athletics general manager and executive vice president. The former Cleveland general manager, best remembered by Indians fans for the last season's controversial trade of Rocky Colavito to the Tigers in exchange for Harvey Keene. a swap that will give rise to the Calavito curse, believed to bring a series of unfortunate events to the Indians over many decades. The Guardians, then known as the Cleveland Indians, have played in 3 World Series, losing 3 times to the Atlanta Braves in 6 games in 95, the Marlins 7 games in 97, and the Chicago Cubs 7 games in 2016. Cleveland had not won a World Series since 1948 when they won against the Boston Braves in 6 games. So if you look at all the list of the Calavito curse, it's pretty extensive and it's pretty crazy, actually.
All right.
No, I'm definitely going to look into this. And it looks like the Calaviti curse was broken in 1989 in famed baseball documentary Major League.
Did they win the World Series, Jack?
I think they just won that playoff series, if I'm not
They just won the playoff series.
They won a game. Then I think in part 2, I think did they make the ALCS, the World Series? I don't know. Then they just leave it at that. It's like
it's forever etched in the annals of history. So
the first documentary is all you really need to watch. You don't need to watch the second or third.
I've watched that third documentary is wonderful.
It's okay.
Roger Dorn bought the Indians, right? Is that what happened?
Right.
What happened? I don't know.
History. All right.
History. Very hazy.
So January 3rd, 1974, the Yankees hire Bill Verdon as the team's manager after American League president Joe Cronin voids the contract signed by Athletics skipper Dick Williams. The former Pirate skipper will manage New York for 2 years, never winning a game at Yankee Stadium because the club will play their home games at Shea Stadium while renovations occur at the Bronx ballpark. And you can see he's at Shea Stadium in this picture.
And isn't it nice that friend of the show, Ed Brown, was actually managing the New York Yankees?
I was just going to say
it really
that is Mr. Excitement's carbon copy. A little less muscular, but definitely a close relative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should. I was
going to ask, that is Shea for sure. That's great.
Yeah, that's and you can tell it. obviously Shea Stadium, but I didn't know that he managed during that time, and then he was super successful with the
Pirates.
Pirates, because he was actually, I think he took over for Danny Murtaugh after those successful seasons. When he was the World Series or the World Champion years. Yeah.
In the early 70s, they had a really great run there.
Yep.
Did Danny Murtaugh ever utter the words "I'm too old for this stuff"?
Oh, I don't know. I think that sounds. Who's the one who said that? Oh no, it was
Roger Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Thank you.
You threw me for
they can't. Yeah, they can't all be winners, guys. Sorry.
It's all right.
I'll do better next time.
No, it's okay. I was just like, where are you going here?
That was good though.
You're right.
January 3rd. 1977, joining Harry Carey. Oh boy, let me back up on that one. Woof. Joining Harry Carey, Jimmy Pearsall, and Lorne Brown in the Chicago White Sox broadcast booth, Mary Shane becomes the first female announcer to do play-by-play for a Major League Baseball team on a regular basis. The contract of the hard worker and pioneer but inexperienced broadcaster will not be renewed at the end of the season by owner Bill Veeck. I wasn't aware of this, and was this so? Nancy Faust would have been.
Nancy Faust definitely there, and this seems like such a Bill Veeck move.
Yes,
because he'd be the one to try to get if I get publicity, let me just see if I can do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was a carny.
Oh yeah, absolutely, he was a carny.
Yeah,
great carny. I mean, we talked about before on Hazy History. We may have to bring it to this show. This Disco Demolition Night was done by the White Sox as well.
Yes, and
the same time period.
And let's see, what else did they do? They had the spacemen that come out for Luis Aparicio. They were always about the stunts. Yeah, that was awesome. And so here is the first female announcer. to do play-by-play for a major league team. And I wish I didn't see any footage on this, but it would be kind of amazing to at least see that groundbreaking history.
Absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead.
So today, in as we stand in 2023, are there any female announcers in Major League Baseball?
Yes, in fact, last year there was an all-female broadcast.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and then there's also there's women play-by-play, but there's also the PA announcers for the I think it's for the San Francisco Giants. And there's another one too that it's on the top of my head, tip of my tongue, but I can't remember who. But yeah, so that women are definitely, and then also like the for the Marlins, I believe that's a high ranking position in the front office. So
women are definitely the GM.
Yeah,
I think it's actually the GM.
Right.
And I first heard of her through she worked with a friend of the show and a guy we're going to be talking to very soon, Shane Barclay from Japan Ball.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
I don't remember the woman's name off the top of my head, but I
want to say it's Eng, NG.
NG is her last name. I'm spacing on her first name at the moment. I have to ask her to do the research.
Yep. All right. So here we go. A date that will live in infamy. January 3rd, 2005, hoping to make the team appeal to a broader marketplace. The Angels announced the franchise will now be known as the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Look at Kevin's like, he totally left.
Guys, I get what they're trying to do here, but why not just say the Anaheim Angels or the Los Angeles Angels? If you're saying the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, I'm out.
Well, just like you and everybody else said exactly the same thing. Officials from Anaheim likely will file a lawsuit to block the change, believing the new name violates the terms of the team's 33-year lease with the city. Oh my gosh! Like
33 years,
and now
they're contract,
and now they're just known as the Los Angeles Angels. I mean, it's never not been controversial. and for anybody who lives in LA is not Orange County, and Angelo and Kevin live in Orange County. Is that LA?
So. Anaheim is seriously from Angel Stadium to like downtown Anaheim, it's got to be like 25, 30 miles. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's a pretty good amount of space. You know, I'm trying to think. It's like, I would think it'd almost be as far to go from Oakland Stadium to the San Francisco Stadium. I think it'd probably be, I think that's even a closer distance. Yeah. And yet they're differentiated by their cities. You know what I mean?
Right. And then so like, I think we talked about this on a previous show, but remember, Kevin, when I said I drove down the 5 freeway?
Yes, sir.
And I was going north,
yes.
And I saw that sign.
Oh, please, because I didn't. This is a brand new sign, and I don't know if did I mention on the show last week.
I think
there's
you might
a
have.
Sign at the exit to go to Disneyland. If you're on the north side of the 5 freeway, I have to look to see where it might be up as one on the south side. It says Tommy Lasorda, Dodger legend, Memorial Freeway. And it's in Anaheim.
It's right by Disneyland almost.
It's the exit, Harbor Boulevard, where you would go to Disneyland if you're heading north from the San Diego, South Orange County area. And I'm just like, what is this doing here in Orange County? And mind you, he lived in Fullerton for decades. He lived in Fullerton, California, which is in Orange County, way closer to me in Anaheim than LA. But I'm just going, why would you not have this in LA?
The fact that it says Dodger legend, it seems like a practical joke.
It does. Like Michael mentioned to me, I'm like, what are you talking about? And I drive by it like 5 days a week, and I never saw the going, this must be a new sign. Also, I saw, I'm like, what is this? I want to take a photo of it. I'm like, I can't unless I'm in the passenger seat. You know what I mean?
It just goes to show you the city planners, they don't have it figured out just like us, guys. They're just normal people.
Exactly.
That tells you how big the Angels are in Anaheim. If there's a Dodger legend who has a freeway named after him in Anaheim, that tells you how much the Dodgers are bigger than the Angels in their own town.
Oh my. So that is this day in baseball history for January 3rd.